How's it going, YouTube and all the ISL fans out there? This is Typhi23, coach of the Miami Heat Trans. Unfortunately, today my co-host Xavier will not be here. He is having some technical difficulties with the Skype. But I am here today interviewing a man who helped made this league happen. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Berk. I'm coach of the England Patrats. Glad to be here.
Alright, so my first question for you, sir, is when did you start playing Pokemon?
I started playing Pokemon back when Pokemon Red and Blue came out. First game was Blue, so 18 years now.
Long time ago. I'm not the only old person here. Alright, so when did you start competitive battling?
I started competitively battling mid-flight. The gen. I began playing some Showdown, but I really started picking up competitive battling in X and Y. Did quite a bit of UU laddering in X and Y, and then when Oris came out, I dropped back down. Stop.
That works. So let's get into your draft. You're one of the few people who actually decided to pick up your Mega Draft 1. Talk about your Mega and Mega Venusaur.
So my first round pick, it was really contingent upon if I could get Mega Altaria or Mega Venusaur. Those two Megas, you don't have to team around because they're so versatile. So I saw Mega Altaria was picked, and I'm like, let's just hope Mega Venusaur stays until the 11th round. And it was there, so I picked up Mega Venusaur. It's great. It can run, physical, special, especially defensive, physically defensive. Yeah, I can do a whole range of things. I think it's one of the best Megas for this format.
Just gotta watch out for those Gyarados. They tend to have some surprises for Mega Venusaur out there.
Yeah, I'll watch out for any bounce powered Gyarados.
Hey, don't forget Fire Blast Gyarados. That's also a thing.
That's why I think that is a great thing.
And that is really a good thing. I was one of the positive things about Mega Venusaur was the stick fight ability.
Oh yeah, the two weaknesses being Flying, Psychic. I mean, they're common typings, but easily work around.
Very easy to work around, and both those typings are actually resisted by your second pick in Excadrill.
Yes, Excadrill. This was something that I knew I needed. I knew I wanted, and I knew I needed for my team. I think it's one of the best rapid spinners in the game, and I had no reason not to pick a second round. It was something I would have picked first round if I didn't get Mega Venusaur. Yeah, really powerful, and yeah, I'm glad I got that one.
Yeah, if only you were able to pick up something to set up the sand, like Tyranitar or something, that his ability, Sand Force, would have really come in handy there.
I was thinking about it, but in the end, I didn't feel it was really necessary. Excadrill is good enough on its own that
That's true.
that sand wasn't needed.
No, yeah, I agree with that. And it gets Sandstorm in the move pool, so you can always just set it up if you ever need to, just to help ensure it outspeeds something.
Yeah, that might be one of the things I run one week. Sandstorm Excadrill with a Sand Rush.
It'd be definitely interesting to see. Alright, so your next pick was Azel, something that we've seen Shady Penguin and the GBA use quite a lot, and use it quite versatilely.
Yeah. This was another thing that I wanted to pick up that was, I need something fast. I need something that can hit hard on both the physical and special. And yeah, base 115, it breaks that 100 barrier that I need to. I can run a physical as Elf, a special as Elf, a lead with Stealth Rock, Screens, or Explosion if I wanted to. I probably run with Explosion at least 1 week, that's hilarious.
That would be hilarious to see. So that's Azelf is definitely an option. That I think.
So it was a really good third round pick. It's a good BL mon. I think it's a steal for 100 points.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the better ones. I'll say that. It was definitely one of the better BLs out there. Alright, so talk about your next two picks. So this is definitely an interesting little core you have here in these next two picks.
Yeah, so I was lucky that like even 11th pick on isn't great. It's good that I get to pick two things right in a row. Uh, so I picked the Azelf and then Togekiss right in a row. And Togekiss, I need a fairy. I need something that could defog, because I wanted to at least have two hazard removals. And so Excadrill was one. So I needed another one. And I looked at Togekiss, and it is a bulky fairy type in OUV. I wasn't going to pick up Sylveon. I didn't want, I didn't want offenses like Azumarill, which was already chosen. So Togekiss gets a really wide move pool with a good base 120 special attack. Gets Thunder Wave and a whole bunch of different statuses. So again, it was something that I didn't think about right away, but it occurred to me as I was picking my fourth round. I'm like, wow, Togekiss just works really well with the previous three Pokemon. And in the next round, I picked up Vaporeon because this could be another Wish Passer, and I needed a bulky water. Because a core of Mega Venusaur plus a bulky water works very well. So I could have picked Melodic, but that was BL. I was also thinking about a different bulky water, but I can't think of it right now. But I knew I was pretty much set on Vaporeon, and fifth round it was still there, so I scooped it up.
Another bulky water type is Suicune.
Suicune, that's what I was also thinking of. But yeah, that was another BL, and I already picked my BL.
No, yeah. Speaking of Suicune, you actually drafted one of the one dog of the legendary dogs that I did not pick up, because I picked up the other two. You picked up Entei.
Yeah. This was kind of just like an epiphany moment when I saw Entei. I was like, I need something offensive. I looked through the list, and I didn't know really what I wanted, but then I saw it. I saw Entei. I'm like, that's priority, which I need. It's a fire type. Choice Bandit takes your fire, hits like an absolute truck.
Yeah, it does.
So there was no reason for me not to take it. I saw it, and I think that just worked so well because extreme speed is one of the best priorities out there as well.
It really is. The only problem with extreme speed is that you have to run a specific nature on Entei for it to work on Showdown.
Yeah, I think it's adamant.
Mm-hmm. Because
which
Suicune and Raikou also get extreme speed, and they have to run specific natures due to extreme speed is only an event run move for them.
Yeah, but the thing is, adamant Entei, that really works. So it's not like I'm losing anything by running an adamant Entei.
No, majority of the time you're either probably gonna be running adamant or Jolly anyways. So
yeah.
It definitely works. Now, your next mon that you chose was Thundurus Incarnate. You decided not to go with the Therian form, but you went with the Incarnate form.
Yeah, definitely. I needed a fast electric type, and I saw Thundurus I and Thundurus T. Thundurus I think is just so much better than Thundurus T because one, its ability is Prankster.
That's an amazing ability.
And it has 10 base speed higher. So yeah, Prankster Thunder Wave is one of the best statuses to just throw around on a team because it just absolutely cripples hyper offensive.
That is very true.
Hyper offensive teams, you Prankster T-Waves them. And so that's kind of one of the things I started putting together on my team, speed control between Thunder Wave and Togekiss, Tailwinding Togekiss, Prankster Thunder Waves on Thundurus I started getting a lot of speed control, which will work against a lot of much more offensive teams.
And your team isn't the fastest in the world, so like with Azelf and Excadrill is pretty much your two fastest mons in your team so far. So speed control is really going to come in handy when you need it the most.
Yeah, with only my fastest team like Azelf, Excadrill, and Thundurus, I mean, that 3 speedy Pokemon is good, but being able to throw around with paralyzed, really help.
It definitely will. Now your next mon is a definitely an interesting pick. I didn't think it would. I honestly thought it probably would have been picked up a lot later than it was. But it was Scrafty, the dark fighting type. Talk about it.
Yeah, I probably could have picked that up later. Originally, well, I had gotten sniped at that point. Surprisingly, right before I was going to pick it up, I was really going for Hitmontop. It was another rapid spinner. It had Intimidate and it was Fighting Stab. And so I needed the Intimidate and the Fighting Stab. Hitmontop looked really good, and then right before I was going to pick it, Tom got it from me.
Yeah.
So I was looking for another fighting type with Intimidate, and there was Scrafty. And I thought, Scrafty hasn't been doing too well competitively, falling down to RU now. But it has the Intimidate, has a very versatile move pool, much more so than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it had Intimidate, base 115 defense, special defense. It's pretty bulky.
Mm-hmm.
So, to work for my team, it could be a defensive tip.
Yeah, a really funny point, though, about when we were doing the draft. 3 fighting types got drafted in a row, from the Hitmontop, the Scrafty, and then Lucario immediately after that. So I was like, someone must have got sniped there, and apparently it was you.
Yeah, it was me with it. And what was funny was right before I was about to draft the Hitmontop, it just got drafted.
God damn it, Tom. And so with that, you picked up another very interesting. Like your last 3 mons are very interesting choices. I mean, there are an RU and NU, so you definitely needed those. You needed one from each of those tiers at that point, and you've just drafted some pretty interesting ones. Talk about Cofagrigus.
So, Cofagrigus, for these last 3 picks, they were kind of, I would say, off the cuff. I don't regret any of them. But Cofagrigus, bulky ghost types as well are very good in this format. And I was looking through, and I saw like Dusknoir, but I didn't really want Dusknoir. And I saw Cofagrigus, and it has 58 base HP, which kind of meh, but it has 145 base defense and 95 base special defense.
It's really
so
good.
It's got a lot of bulk to it. And this is something that, again, can throw around statuses with Will-O-Wisp. I can put a Toxic on it, and then I can run like Will-O-Wisp Tech, Pain Split, all those different moves. And it's another just really good defensive wall that can shut down a lot of other offensive mons because it has Mummy. So physically offensive mons, they hit it, they get Mummy, they lose good abilities like Scizor would lose Technician. So now they can't do anything.
Yeah, so whoever decides to hit that thing is really gonna have to hope that it can OHKO or that it can at least cripple enough so that something else can come in and take it out, because that Pokemon's normally useless without their ability. So.
Yeah, and good luck trying to take it out. I mean, that thing hit like a champ. So it seems like an odd pick, but it worked really well, and I can easily see myself using it as a defensive wall. Possibly even running like a special defensive Cofagrigus to throw people off.
Assault Vest. Just run an Assault Vest on it. Don't just go full out attacking on it with the Assault Vest and let it do work.
And one thing that also seems, that might be a little cheeky to run is it's my only Trick Room user, so maybe we'll see some of that in the future.
That'll be interesting. I think there are some teams out there that can really utilize Trick Room to full extent, and you're one of those teams. You don't have to bring a whole bunch, like, a lot of Trick Room teams on VGC run negative speed nature and 0 investments in speed Mega Venusaurs, so.
Yeah, no, Mega Venusaur works really well in a Trick Room team. Excadrill, I can easily run in Trick Room. I can pretty much run almost any of these except maybe like myself.
Scrafty is used a lot of Trick Room teams as well. Vaporeon and Togekiss will do really well in it.
Yeah, Shady in his last BGC is running a trip from Scrafty. So,
Yeah,
no, it works.
I was actually watching that video earlier, and yeah, it definitely works. Now, your next one, another RU pick back to back was Cobalion.
Yeah, so Cobalion, I wanted another fighting stab just because it's really good. And it's another defensive pivot. This one gets Volt Switch, Stealth Rocks, Reflect, stuff that can, I can pivot into it, take a hit, set up Reflect, and then Volt Switch back out. So I think it's a good pick. It also gets Stealth Rocks. So its typing's good, steel fighting. It doesn't have too many weaknesses. It has justified. So this pick to me was probably, I think, my weakest pick because I didn't know if I really needed it, but I felt like the second fighting stab would definitely work well with my team.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely me picking like when I picked up my Terrakion, I was like thinking, I was like, is anyone ever gonna pick up Vrizian and Cobalion throughout the whole entire draft? Because they're not, in my opinion, they're not as good as Terrakion, but they also do different things. I've seen Cobalion used before. I've never seen a Vrizian used, and I guess that's why I never got drafted this season.
Yeah, no, I looked at Virizion. I didn't even know if the grass type making Venusaur is good enough. But I didn't see a problem with drafting those steel and fighting type. It works well.
Yeah, and it'll help you deal with other. Because I mean, the fact that it gets Volt Switch, that's something that your team I think really needed. Because I think only like one or two of your other mons has ways of getting U-turn or Volt Switch.
Yeah, it's a Zelf and Thunderous game.
Yeah, so another Volt Switch or U-turn user was definitely a good pick by you.
Well, yeah. Well, also Vaporeon gets Baton Pass, so slow Baton Pass is definitely a thing as well.
Yeah, that is very true. Honestly, it's not as good, in my opinion, as Volt Switch or U-turn because it doesn't do damage, but I mean, that's another way of getting your Wish users and, I mean, wishes out there to other mons and stuff like that. So, Cobalion is definitely a good pick for a number 10 pick, so. Now, your last mine, I think a lot of people weren't exactly the most keen on in Kecleon. Talk about why
Yeah.
you chose Kecleon.
All right. Yeah, Kecleon was. I looked at my team and I didn't have a lot of damaging priority. At N2 with extreme speed, and that was it. So I need more priority. I need an NU. And I saw Kecleon, and it gets 3 priorities: Fake Out, Shadow System, Sucker Punch, all stab, and it's base 90 attack. I mean, yeah, it's not the strongest, but that's definitely going to do some damage to whatever switches into it. And it's 120 base special defense. So if I want, I can easily run a specially defensive Kecleon. I mean, I've seen those things NU a lot, just because of the ability to, utilize Protean to get rid of its fighting weakness, and use those priorities to change its type before the enemy attack. So I liked it because it had more priority. I can definitely see myself using it, both offensively and especially defensively. And I needed an NU, and I thought that one worked.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew that Kecleon was so especially bulky. That's definitely something, you learn something new every day. And, like, I'm looking at your team, and I was like, the only mon I can see that can't really be run any form of defensively or special defensively is pretty much Entei. Everything else has a way of running as a defensive or special defensive wall for you, so your team is very bulky.
Yeah, I wanted to draft bulky. I like bulky teams. I run more balanced teams on Showdown. That works for me. And with 3 speedy Pokemon, 2 with priority, and a way to slow down my enemy's team, I thought, I have a check to pretty much any other team, whatever they want to do to me. I have ways to get rid of statuses. I have plenty of ways to get rid of hazards. I can outspeed them with statuses of my own. So I thought I drafted really well.
Oh, you did.
I thought it went really well. I have some interesting picks in there with Kekleon and Rodriguez. Scrappy, but I think they're going to work really well, and they'll catch people off guard.
Yeah, I think a lot of your team is going to be caught off guard with the various sets. I believe you can probably set up with this. You'll probably surprise a lot of different people.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my first match. I've already been planning, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It definitely will be. In your first match, you are going against, I forgot the top of my head.
Carolina and
Yep, and that'll be definitely interesting, due to he did change one of his mons, since a new person came in for that. One of the mons changed, so your planning is going to have to be a little different now.
yeah, he has the spirit team now. I don't think it's going to be too much of a threat, but, I don't really know what to expect from it.
You're definitely going to have to, especially having a good 2 weeks, week and a half to plan for your first matchup. I'm excited to see that match. I'm excited to see what you're going to come up with. So you sort of answered one of my next question with one of your mons, with the Hitmon top, but did you get sniped for anything else?
I wouldn't call the Mega Altaria snipe because I didn't think it was going to last the 11th round. But besides that, just hit on top.
Alright, that works. Alright, so my first question is, who are you most excited to face so far, based off of conferences, the draft, scheduling, however you want to use it? Who are you most excited to face?
I'm most excited to face Cameron. He has an extremely offensive team. He has a very hyper-offensive team. And I think I face him week 6. I'm excited to see what I can come up with that. These Greninja, Talonflame, those kind of things. And it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, it definitely will be interesting. His team is, like you said, very offensive. And it would be nice to see like a Greninja versus Kecleon deal. See who has the better Protean.
Oh yeah, there's about a 90 to 95% chance of bringing Kecleon that week.
I mean, Protean versus Protean, and like you said, he has a very high special defense. So, unless that Greninja's running a physically attacking one, it's gonna have some problems going against that Greninja.
All I'm saying is Kecleon is better than Greninja.
What? I just want to see the matchup and see if you're able to prove that or not. Alright, so now who are you least excited to face in this league?
My least excited to face. If I was facing him in the regular season, I would say Hayden. He has a similar team composition to me. Somewhat similar, very bulky, bulky Sun team. And I would not be happy to face that, but in the regular season, I'd probably say the Braden and the Seattle Superiors. He's got Lando, T, and Kyurem Black. That's going to be interesting to try to hold back.
He
Kyurem with that base 170 attack is going to...
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting team to face against. With the Landorus T and the Jolteon, the T waves going around is going to be very difficult for you to, and the Nidoqueen are all going to be very difficult for you to try to trade around.
Yeah, it would require a lot of careful prediction.
Yeah, that is very true. But that is the end of the interview. Is there anything else you'd like to say to all the New England Patrats fans out there?
You're going to be taking home the cup this year. Yeah.
You're the first person to actually say that they are going to win the whole entire thing, so...
I'm confident.
Well...
But it's going to be a lot of fun.
It really will be. So with that, I am Top523. I want to thank you all for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next video. And hopefully Xavier will be back.